Welcome to the General's Gentlemen.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Company of Heroes 1. We have casted this game a grand total of 3 times, I believe. But now we're doing it a 4th time. Hypey hype.
Very hypey hype. Company of Heroes is cool and good, and I like it. I don't like playing it so much because the small UI icons make it hard to see if my squads are freaking dying, but it is a cool game. And the voice acting is amazing.
Yeah, you can argue all day about which game's better, but I think you can say it pretty objectively that CoH1 has a better interface. Like, the top of the screen where all those units are, you don't have that in CoH1. You have this thing, but that's not very useful. And you have to click it for it to drag out. You can't always monitor your squads, so CoH1 is certainly easier for... It's just an easier game, I would say, in that sense, because you don't have as much battling with the interface, for better or for worse. Regardless, today we're casting a match on Stursdorf, spawning in as our Wehrmacht, HulkSmash.
His opponent, on the left-hand side, spawning in is our red US.
The color changes.
Ah, damn!
Yeah.
Why have you done this to me? Shane, that's inconsistent at Code 2. As the blue-red colored US, it's going to be Gravemouth.
So this map is not in Company of Heroes 2. A lot of the CoH1 maps are. Langurs, Semoski, there's Angu, there's plenty more maps, but this one is not. I like this map. It's quite tactical. I mean, as really most CoH1 maps are, just because of the way the territory layout works. For example, you know, this is a really strong fuel point, plus 16, but there's a cutoff here, which is very easy to take. And then the left side, you've got, you know, a nice mixture of fuel and munitions. The middle has a VP, and there's a low fuel point, but these buildings don't really cover anything. It's just giving you that VP and the, you know, a really good firing line.
That's cool. I do like the resource system. The inconsistent point values give you a lot more flexibility when it comes to map design, I think, in CoH1, whereas they are consistent in CoH2. Like, fuel points are all worth the same, strat points are all worth the same.
Yeah, and it means there isn't as much decision making when it comes to where and when you cap. I certainly do prefer the resource system, also because the way that when the capping works, you have to actually walk up to the capping, the node thing itself. I think you also take extra damage when you're doing that. It's not like CoH2 where you can be sitting in heavy cover while capping. So it means capping is a lot more deliberate. You can't just accidentally capture points. We're like, oh well, I'm setting up my HMG behind this sandbag line, and I'm also capturing. Anyway, so it's actually hard to keep track of the unit compositions. We've got double engineer for the US. We've got 3 riflemen as well. That's a pretty standard opener. I was about to say double engineer is weird, but I realized this isn't Company of Heroes 2. Company of Heroes 1, it is actually pretty standard.
Yeah. I'm starting to find some good trades on the side of HulkSmash. We see at least a couple of squads of Volks that I've seen so far coming up from the base, as well as the Pioneers.
Did he blow up a mine? What?
No.
Okay, I guess he must have just planted it and it hadn't actually cloaked in time. There's another mine there on that fuel point. As for the composition of HulkSmash, he's got just Volks so far. I think we'll see an MG coming out soon. An MG, yeah, he's building that one now.
MG, yeah.
So it's really nice to have that in this building in particular.
Currently has control over that sector as well, so it should be fairly easy to take the point. Good Volks play, especially with the flamer popping. Also going to be focusing the flamer down, which is nice. Good stuff.
There's actually sandbags there. Oh, they're MG, not on an attack move.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I think he just clicked on the house. Okay, no, he should be able to set up in time.
Yeah. Right, it depends what the flamer's in range of. I'm pretty sure just the Volks is going to be in range of, but... Will he hit the MG?
Oh, he pulls it back.
Yeah. Safety first, I suppose, and there's always the risk of that MG getting flanked now. Okay, very safe positioning.
Isn't that sound just beautiful?
Yeah.
Oh, so he must have manually built those sandbags
Yes, yeah.
with his Volks. Didn't finish it though.
Slightly weird play. Fairly good engagement here, I think, for...
Oh wow,
HulkSmash.
quick nades.
Maybe not. Nades.
So it's rare that you unlock nades that early. Does force the retreat. Riflemen hold the line. So this is a really important point here because it's a 16 munitions point. Looks like he didn't retarget that rifleman in time.
Might get them.
Oh no.
No. Suppression, but there's actually a door on the other side, so I'm just going to have to move. Does suppression last after units get inside garrisons at all, or? In Company Heroes 2, like if you get suppressed as you're going to a garrison, it'll take a bit before your dudes jump up in the windows and start shooting.
It looks like he got removed instantly, just judging by the rate of fire. Okay, nice grenade dodge here. So really good play so far from the US player. He's definitely got more map control, but the VP situation hasn't been ticking really in either player's favor.
No. I'd say that HulkSmash has probably been taking the better trades.
Wow.
Wehrmacht. Nasty.
Those riflemen barely survived that retreat path through the Volks. This could be a dangerous retreat here, however.
Were they MP40s? Or?
Yeah, they're MP40s, so they're very good at close, but that's about it. Now,
Sweeper coming out from HulkSmash already knows, he's seen a couple of mines go down from the engineers, that makes sense. Don't need to run into any more, especially given they're retaking the right hand side. Does that give you does that allow you to cut barbed wire? Do you need the sweeper for that, or is that
I think so. Yeah,
okay.
pretty sure.
Yeah, so that'll
Actually, I can
allow
probably
to
tell.
retake the munitions.
Yes. Wait, is that icon changed? No, the icon's the same. I don't know. Probably. So it is the half track on the field now. So the half track does give forward reinforcement. Also, it has a machine gun on it, but you actually need to garrison it for it to activate. You'll see that shortly.
The Pioneers getting in? Yeah, they are.
So the healing works pretty funny for Wehrmacht. There's no med bunker. Well, not in the way that there is in CoH1. You basically to heal your infantry, you need to unlock Veterancy 1 that gives them passive health regen.
Right.
I think there's also medical crates.
You
Yeah,
have to unlock Veterancy 1 then for like support weapons and for basic infantry, or, like...
Well, the Veterancy is separate.
Right.
Yeah, but
okay.
I don't know if Vet 1 actually gives healing to support weapons. The other alternative is you also have med packs.
Okay.
But they're sort of like the ones in CoH1 where you have to pay per use. So it's not a very good thing to use them entirely because you just burn through all your munitions.
Wow, pack up here already for HulkSmash. What's he going to be expecting?
Well, it must be a Greyhound and shouldn't be too far off it. Whereas US has the advantage of having the triage center, which will automatically heal nearby infantry, so their healing's a bit easier. He may have stickies. Let's have a look. Oh wait, can I actually tell? Wow, I can't tell if he has stickies.
I heard an explosion.
Oh, yeah,
so yeah, he has stickies.
Now, if he surrounds this with several squads of riflemen, he can finish it off, but there's nothing nearby. I think it's actually mines being triggered. Yeah.
Was
blow up there on
unfortunately
the
because the
Volks.
sweeper was on the way, so. Okay. Half-Track's actually sticking around. Half-Track might run into another squad of rifles here unless the Volks win this trade.
Yeah, this is important for that reason. Another nade comes through. Wow.
Nice nade. 3 models.
Uh-oh. Oh, yeah, there's no prioritized vehicles. I think that there's hold fire, though.
Yeah.
But no prioritized vehicles.
Wow, this micro is insane. Good stuff from Gravemouth. Oh, second nade though is wasted. Eventually picking munitions with that. Okay, how's the half-track looking? How far away did it manage to back? The answer is not very far.
Yeah,
It's gonna go down.
He tried to repair his engine, while the mine actually now from the Wehrmacht suppresses, or rather pins that squad. Sticky, though, looks like he's been able to dodge it.
Yeah, I think it's out of range.
Man, I've never seen so many mines this fast in a CoH1 game before.
That was nasty good.
I guess it is a pretty munitions-heavy map. You know, you've got a fair bit of points.
Even more mines getting planted now.
Where are they being planted? Oh, there. Yeah. This is a really good spot for mines. You got that natural choke point.
But there are a lot of crossroads on this map that would be nice mine placement spots. So maybe it's a map dependent thing as well. There is lots of places where you're likely to path over them.
Yeah. So he went for the weapon support center. Perhaps because he saw the AT gun preemptively and just thought, you know what, I'm going to go for sniper instead. Snipers are great versus support weapons because there's only 3-man squads for AT guns and for HMGs.
I'm surprised the pack even decided to show, considering that. But didn't just wait to fight the great hand. It's like it was actually covering the half track when the half track was on the northern side. So interesting.
Yeah, he's firing. I think he just wants to try and get a lucky hit, but potentially that determined his decision to not go for that tech because he went for the supply yard first. And that supply yard is a prerequisite for tier 3.
Yeah.
Or where's a sniper? Because it might be able to finish off that engineer squad.
I'm not sure.
Then you had to retreat the sniper there because of the grenadiers. So the grenadiers are stronger than the Volks grenadiers. They're from the tier 2. And they can unlock Shreks and LMGs. The LMGs though aren't as strong as what you're used to in Co2.
Which is a good thing. Those unit upgrades, LMGs in particular, are just way too impactful.
Now something else that's worth bearing in mind is that the veterancy works different. Veterancy for US, well really for every other faction other than Wehrmacht, it's done on units killed, not done on damage dealt and damage received. So if a half-track drives into a squad of riflemen and then tanks the sticky, so long as the half-track survives and doesn't die, then it's not like you're feeding veterancy over to the rifleman, which is what happens in Co2, is if you land a Faust or an AT grenade, you're just giving veterancy away.
Yeah.
Or you're getting veterancy, rather.
Yeah, half-track's going to have to hide stickies, but there are plenty of volts in the way. Good play from the engineers getting inside the garrison, but they are fairly low and should have to back off soon. Nade into the garrison.
Oh, that could be a
HulkSmash,
deadly
no
one.
dodge.
Wow. I think he's going to lose that squad. Okay, he's behind the house. He does retreat.
Out of range, nothing else there to get the wipe. Brutal. And through all this, you have to remember that Gravemouth's actually holding on to that plus 15 fuel on the right-hand side. It just hasn't been contested.
Yeah, he's got a good income. 37 fuel. That's compared to the 26 fuel of his opponent. The sniper's picking away as well. He wants to try and pick at the grenadiers if he can because they're a lot more to reinforce. But lands the sticky. That may kill it or certainly be close to it. Yeah. Oh, it doesn't get a damage engine. So there's a lot of RNG involved with those crits. You could either get a heavy damage engine crit or just a regular one or nothing, evidently. Now the Puma is deadly. The Puma doesn't have the up gun like you see in Co2, so it's like the 222, the weapon that it has.
So almost actually like a vehicle and not like a tank.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it can upgrade to the up gun though.
Right.
I don't think it has quite that huge range advantage though, and the vision. That's really what makes the Puma strong in Co2. I mean, it's good vision, good range, but it's not really that good. You can't 1v1 Shermans in the way that you can with a Puma and Co2.
Yeah, LMG's on the Grens now, and actually focusing on a capping rifleman squad. They managed to retreat before second burst comes through. Trying to land at the sticky, unfortunately won't be able to. There is a sniper here, so that's going to be trading out.
Yeah, 8 kills so far.
Finally, we see the decap of the right side victory point. Looking towards our VPs, 395 for HulkSmash Gravemouth on 437, I think. Yes.
Yeah, so the sniper needs to be careful of this Puma. It is good play though that he's keeping it near his rifleman, so the Puma can't just dive after it because it'll take a sticky. But he may even go for it anyway. Oh no, an M10. Really good timing there from Gravemouth. The sticky will come through as well, so this could be a dead Puma, but there is a pack nearby.
Pack's going to be rolling up. It will be on the road. Is it immobilize?
Okay, he's going to be using the Faust. Down goes the Puma.
Pack's going to be set up and we'll tag the M10 with one shot. Maybe a follow-up Faust?
I think he already double Fausted it.
Already?
He must have done, because that M10 was low.
M10 manages to kite its way out of pack range quite easily. Would have been a good trade, Puma, for the M10, but...
Yeah, and he needs that Puma for the sniper. If he went Sherman instead of the M10, it would have delayed it, because the M10's 90 fuel. The Sherman, I believe, is... Well, no, I'm getting the numbers wrong. I'm thinking of CoH1. The Sherman's 90 fuel. The M10, I can't even remember how much it is, but it's less than 90. The fuel for tanks is actually less. Like an Ostwind's 40 fuel. Panzer IV, I think, is 80.
But the income's less as well, yeah? So, like...
I don't know if it's the income that's less, or if it's the teching costs that are higher. It probably is just lower income, though. But I think also the cost of vehicles relative to their teching costs is lower. Because in CoH2, teching up isn't actually that expensive, but tanks are very expensive. 70 fuel for a T70. A Greyhound's about 30 fuel. So there's certainly a difference in the way that the fuel proportions are done. Which I prefer the way it does in CoH1, because what it means is that losing a tank isn't as punishing. It's less about, like, if I lose this one tank, I lose the game. Which happens with OKW, you know, a 200 fuel Panther.
Yeah. So, bars now done for Gravemouth. Use the fuel to invest into the M10, as soon as he had enough of bars, went straight for bars.
Yeah, if he went bars first, he could have just got overwhelmed by multiple Pumas. So by having the M10 before he went bars, it does keep him pretty safe. Especially because he also went for the grenades and stickies, so spending a lot of fuel.
So these rifleman squads are fully decked out.
Now, I don't know if this was intent.
So
Wow. Man, these mines have been absolutely deadly. As is this retreat path, potentially. Okay, he's got a Shrek on the Grenadiers alongside the LMG, I think. Yeah, he has the icon still.
It forces the retreat. It's another Puma.
Puma wants to base dive, but
Puma
has to respect that M10.
Yeah. I just want to see it dive in, like, get rifleman and, like, a sniper. Is that a worthwhile, like, trade if you trade it for a couple of squads? Something like a Puma, or would the Sherman then just run amok over everything? Can the Puma contribute at all with the upgun against, like, a Sherman? Or?
Yeah, it can, but generally it's just not worth it.
Right.
Because you lose all your infantry damage, or most of it anyway. Yeah. So you're better off relying on packs and Shreks for AT, and then just using the Puma for anti-infantry. Especially because vetted barred riflemen will generally run all over all your Grenadiers, and your Volks especially. So you don't want to overcommit to AT.
Okay.
Now, what I was going to say earlier is I don't know if it was intentional, but it was a good play where he sent the rifleman through the choke point first. Because I think the mines one-shot the sniper. And so losing 2 riflemen is obviously a lot better than losing a sniper.
So there's some variety of a pew-pew vehicle built by HulkSmash.
Oh, the Geschützwagen.
Geschützwagen. Very
yeah,
nice. Of course.
It's an easy name.
My German pronunciation on point as usual.
It's probably the most German name of any tank in the game. I mean, because it has Wagen in it, so it sounds extra funky.
Yeah, it's like not even wagon, it's a wagon. So yeah.
Okay, so what happened there is the rifleman used the suppressor fire ability. You got to pay munitions for that, and it's like a limited suppression ability.
Wow. That Puma is incredibly scared of mines.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't go in a little bit further, but survives.
I mean, it just hadn't been swept, that whole area.
Yeah.
Can the Shrek fire out of the half track?
No, they're not open top. Panzer Elite get the 250 half track that is open top, but the 251 isn't. Same as CoH2. There's no pack. Oh, but there is the Geschützwagen.
Yes,
so
yeah. Which has now been revealed because it just fired a random shot.
Yep. So this replaces the Stug in the tech tree.
Nice nade.
Really long range, but obviously it's turretless, so it can get flanked very easily. It needs to have supporting AT.
Gonna get a second shot off here with the Shrek. This could be fairly dangerous for the M10.
Oh, wow.
Shrek moves and the Geschützwagen misses.
Half track still alive though. He wanted to finish that one off.
And that was rough. That was almost perfect. If the Geschützwagen hit and the Shrek went off, it would have been a dead M10.
There's actually a mine there. The Geschützwagen may detonate that. With his gun, I mean.
Okay. You know how we have counter snipe supervisor in CoH1? I think we need a mine viewer in Company Heroes 1. Because I can't see these mines, man. Like, you know you played the game. You're just like, there are mines here. I'm just like, shh, I'll believe you, sure. I'm sure there are mines there.
I love how there's a button that says cinematic mode. You just press it and it goes slow-mo. Well, it goes on fancy views and stuff. And the M10 on top of 2 mines. So the Puma Geschützwagen strats working pretty well because the Geschützwagen zones away the M10, and then you have the Puma to really poke away all these riflemen.
Yeah. Yeah, it's protecting support weapons. It's supporting the Volks in their engagement, so it's good. Yeah, looking for a nade. Gets the sticky, but if there's any follow-up. Look at the M10's actually flanking. They're going into this Geschützwagen.
Oh, wow, there's double M10. So that's the weakness of the Geschützwagen. There is going to be a pack there for support as well as the Shreks. Maybe he'll kill one of them. Main gun destroyed there. He fousts the other M10. So he's actually not focus firing one of these M10s.
Yeah, both of them go down before the Geschützwagen gets a shot off. Maybe going to land another Shrek here, but I don't think it's going to be quite enough to hit. They won't quite kill the M10 on the first shot. Oh, it did! It must have been really close, but it actually finishes it.
Yeah, it was low. Fired a shot of the Nebelwerfer, that one almost died. I think my zoom distance is really low now. I could zoom out more than this beforehand, couldn't I?
Yeah.
And now I can't zoom out more than this. After I hit the cinematic mode.
Can you re-hit it and re-back into
Oh,
it?
that's what I tried.
Pause and escape and out. You done broken the game, Callum?
Yeah, I tried to be fancy by hitting cinematic mode, and all it did was break my zoom level. So
It was bad, man.
21 minutes in, I guess we'll have to manage with a pretty close zoom.
This is next level casting. If we can cast in this position and not miss anything, we are legends.
Yeah, especially with the snipers and Nebelwerfers. So the Nebelwerfer's rocket artillery, it has a lot of scatter and a lot of suppression. I think it even pins as well. It has the damage over time as well with the burning. So you don't quite get those cheesy wipes, but it's a really good anti-blob. Are you Googling how to fix it?
Yes. I can do it for you, my friend.
I appreciate that.
Alright, cool.
Well,
Alrighty.
the VPs have been ticking in the favor of the Axis for some time. And we see Gravemouth, the US, is actually behind in VPs now, down at 250. But he's locked in his armored company, so he's going to have access to the Calliopes. He's already unlocked it, just needs to get a little bit more manpower for it. It is the weird thing about CoH1 is that your call-ins only cost manpower.
Hi, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, could you imagine if CoH2 had that as well?
Wouldn't that be ridiculous? Okay.
There is a mod that you can get that you can zoom out more. I should look into that, but whatever. "19 kills on this sniper, so it has got a lot of veterancy, but now the Nebel is firing. If it's on this building, he may get a lucky hit on the sniper. Yeah, it is this building.
Good shots. At least displacing the rifleman and the sniper and forcing some of these units off of Gravemouth. That's good.
Yeah, I really like that design because it's all about suppressing, displacing, forcing away. It's not about, oh, you didn't retreat, now you just like lost your entire squad in the blink of an eye.
Yeah, like you don't build a Panzerwerfer for region control. You build it to wipe support weapons.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the reason
Yeah.
behind it, so.
Okay, the Calliope has hit the field. Now, speaking of squad wipes, though, the Calliope can do that. As for the Axis, what's he's going for? Puma, Pack, Nebelwerfer. He has his tier 4, the Panzer Command. So he's going to have access to any kind of tank. He has plenty of fuel.
Yeah, well, it's in the bank, 400, which is Company Heroes 2 players. You can hear them scoffing in the background. It's like, yeah, I can afford most of a Panzer IV with that. Plenty of manpower as well, 700 float. Are there any good call-ins that he can unlock on this path? So
he'll-
either like really manpower heavy or goes for something.
You will have the tiger. I can't open the commander tree.
Trying to think of the one. What is it? I think it's for USF. They have like you drop like a bunch of stuff in, like it's a
Oh, the
command group or something.
off-world training company, the off-map combat group.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
So he went the manpower blitz. So that's interesting because what it does is it gives you 900 manpower instantly for 175 munitions. But then your manpower rate is reduced by 50% for 3 minutes. So you get a bit of bonus manpower after that, but it just gives you a huge spike. So you can just build a bunch of stuff. Like, oh, I need a pack really badly. Click, build a pack. He's building a Panther. And now his income's going to be crippled for a few minutes, but I think he's mostly through it. Definitely losing his territory, however.
Yeah, it's very lacking at the moment. The usability of the Puma seems to have fallen down a bit. Of course, rifles with full upgrades are pretty dangerous against these guys. So really needs the Puma or this kind of double squad to actually fight against the rifles.
Yeah, he has vetted up.
This is good. This is good play.
He's got vet 2 Volks. Volks don't vet particularly well though. It's more the Grenadiers they vet really well because they get the elite armor status, which then gives them a much bigger resistance to small arms fire. So the Grenadier grenades are weaker than the US grenades.
Right.
You don't have to unlock them though.
Obviously, if you're still hitting them, they're pretty good though. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be a wipe actually on the rifles on the left. Extremely low. To drop a fair few models. They're like 6 models left, I'm pretty sure, on the no health. So that's the firing. That's the
Calliope.
So there's the Calliope, right? Okay. Did they recycle the? I guess no. The kind of the projectiles of the Nebelwerfer, or they are different. Because the craters look the same as all. Obviously, the Calliope has a different firing pattern, but.
Oh, I think the projectile's also much bigger.
Right. Okay.
Okay, well the Panther's on the field now, so the Panther's going to be able to duel this M10. It can hunt down the Calliope as well, but doesn't have much anti-infantry, and you have to unlock the Pinter with the veterancy. It's not just a munitions upgrade.
I can't fix your zoom, my friend.
That's alright.
I'm very sorry. But maybe, what I'm thinking maybe it is, do you have like the CoH1 zoom out mod on? And then like maybe by entering into cinematic mode that broke it?
I don't think I have that mod installed.
Yeah.
Alright, well he's got his vet one, so he's got the Pintles now and his tanks.
Cool.
And he's got a lot of manpower. I think he still needs a few more command points for this Tiger though.
Will that help out much in terms of dealing with the infantry or?
Not as much as you used to.
Yeah.
Man, those M10s get a lot of lucky shots.
Yeah. Okay,
Ooh.
Panther might find something here.
Yeah, you got a damage engine off on that Calliope. I don't know how that happens.
It's not like I want to follow it up though.
The sniper's still being a big pain in the ass. 22 kills. Oh, that's a deadly Calliope round.
Ouch.
The Puma could even die here.
It's fairly low, but we'll survive.
Yeah, took a couple of direct rockets to the face. So there's 2 M10s, so the Panther can just be overwhelmed if it's not careful. I think you really want more than just 2 M10s though. But
Yeah, that was probably the risk why the Panther didn't decide to go for the dive. It's like the mine risk, and there actually were mines there where the Calliope was. So if I'd be further up where the train is, if the Panther went around the corner.
yeah, there's
so,
mines everywhere.
Yeah.
These ones were detonated, so maybe one of those got the Calliope.
Yeah.
Man, these M10s are actually hitting so many shots. 7 infantry kills between them.
Damn. It's almost as if tank shells that can penetrate tanks are dangerous to humans as well. So.
Yeah. Well, they're all direct hits because there's no AoE damage. But we have the repair bunker. This is something that, to the envy of all Wehrmacht players in CoH1, you build the bunker, then you upgrade the repair squads, and you can get multiple of those.
Knight's Cross as well coming out in the field now for HulkSmash. Do we have to do the... Are we letting HulkSmash down by not doing the HulkSmash every time we say his name, or...?
Nah, I think he's probably sick of that.
Okay, right.
Dude, I wish I had boots as stylish as these.
Yeah. Yeah, the Knights Cross come like fully suit and tied up to this engagement. It's like, what have you damn like Volsts and like Grenadiers been doing? Let me run down all these riflemen.
Now, one of the cool things about the Knights... Well, I never mind that. The M10s are going in. There's 3 of them now. One of them tags a mine. Where is the anti-tank support? There it is. 1 pack in position. The M10s are getting pretty low, and the Panther's soaking up all the shots. One of them has secured the flank, though. That's bad news for him, but the M10s are missing. Allied War Machine means these ones are replaced if they're destroyed. Doesn't have much of a choice, though, because he can't lose the Panther.
Yeah, these are all going to go down. Panther now no longer facing the rear armor towards this M10. The pack's actually going to face up. Again, I'm pretty sure Gravemouth is just going to be happy with the M10s going down, though. The Allied War Machine a little bit too late. Dear God. Unfortunately, didn't get the first M10. Probably wasn't expecting the pack shot to come through and was kind of hovering over the button.
Yeah, if you do it too early, you just attack ground,
Yeah.
and then you just wait for it to time off, and then you blow them up.
Maybe
So
even that last one we could have seen HulkSmash just hold on to it because the Panther wasn't really in any danger. I think the M10 would have got it. It was still
Yeah.
on about half health against one M10 with frontal armor. But yeah. I guess he plays it safe still. 2 M10s on the ground, we'll take 1. And what's the cost of Allied War Machine?
it's 200 munitions,
Right.
so it's not cheap. The other ability that you have, which is really nice, is the repair. It's on the other side of the tree, but it's a global repair. And you can do it in combat as well. I was going to say earlier about the Knights Cross. They have, I think it's called heroic armor, and that gives them a resistance to sniper shells. So you need to hit them 3 times with a sniper, drop a model. Same with some of the officers have that too. So snipers aren't as strong against them as what you would think.
3 times every time to drop a model, or just...
Yeah, it does like X amount of damage.
Right.
So, depends what you combo it with. Whoa, almost lost one of those M10s.
Yeah, it was close. So I'd say this is the danger now for Gravemouth is that the M10s get traded before, like when Allied War Machine isn't really viable, like it just gets popped for 1 M10. Obviously, that's not really going to be worth. So if the Panther can just start running in and actually, well, I guess if we see HulkSmash being proactive as opposed to reactive, then there's less opportunity to look for a nice engagement.
Yeah, 200 is expensive because you got to remember every grenade he throws, every suppression fire he uses on his bars,
Yeah.
every sticky, every mine, it does deprive from that.
Yeah, and the reason he has so much map control is because Gravemouth has been very active in spending the munitions, particularly on the grenades. And so every single engagement he throws a nade.
Yeah. Okay, the sniper's at vet 3 now, so it's firing really fast. So there's 3 M10s now. 1, 2... I think there's 3.
For a pack, maybe? Or?
Yeah, if he gets the pack, that's
Yeah.
great. Let's get decrewed there. So now the
Nice.
M10 can go in. There's 3 M10s. Allied War Machine not available. Here the Panther's good because he can't flank around the houses, but without the pack, he is vulnerable.
If he realizes, though, one's obviously wanting to defend that position, so the Panther stays forward. I hope we'll see the recap under the pack. You can recap in this, yes?
Yeah, you can recap,
it is,
yeah.
yeah. Knights Cross recap? Question mark, question mark.
We actually could because it only uses 2 models.
Yeah,
It's not worth it though because of the
No.
manpower costs.
expensive.
Okay, there was a mine just completed, but he may still be on it. Yeah, the pirates get away. There it is. Damage
Nice
engine.
That's gonna, maybe he just pulls back here.
Yeah, he can recrew that pack as well. He's also got a Shrek in position. The Panther should be able to trade this one, no problems. The 3rd M10 was rather slow behind.
I think that was pretty smart, just taking a gentle trade rather than diving in with all the M10s.
Only now does he recrew the pack. The M10's crawling away.
I get out.
See, I can't actually
Does
look.
Shrek actually chase him down?
I
or
can't
not?
get both of these on screen like
Yeah.
I would normally would be able to. Yeah, he's looking for the kill. He gets it.
Yeah, nice, good play. Good
Um,
trade, but at the same time, the pack actually went down.
So the Volk squad it wasn't actually
Yeah.
Volk squad. It was the pack that died.
Yeah.
Despite
Yeah.
because it was a Volk's crew. That's why I had the Volk's
Voice line.
voiceover. Yeah.
Towards our VPs, 237 for HulkSmash and 172 for Gravemouth.
So he's used the manpower blitz a second time. So I guess that's why he just has so much stuff on the field. He has a lot of map presence. He's really making use of this, and as far as I'm aware, most players don't go the right tree. They normally go the left tree. That gives you the tiger. He's almost got it now with the urban support. That's the one beforehand. And my apologies if I'm getting the left and right tree wrong. I don't know which one's which, but the tree with the tiger is what you normally see first. Oh, I stole the pack. Oh my god.
Wow, that's brutal.
That's huge.
It's really hard. Now the Panther there's just no pressure onto these M10s. They can kind of just chill on a VP. What's the Panther going to do against pack and the M10s?
Yeah, it means the Panther can't. It won't do as well if it tries to just poke at long range.
So the Nebelwerfer is still going to be available. So that at least could force off the pack and allow HulkSmash to look for a cap. It's not like, we're not in dire straits when it comes to victory points yet. Like 221 and 172. That's not Endgame.
Yeah. The great thing about the repair bunker is that it doesn't matter if he loses these pioneers. They just replace for free. So if this sniper's prowling around, you can just repair in combat, and it takes a while for them to respawn, but it's not a big deal.
Rare army hit. I'm having flashbacks, dude. So.
Oh my god, double
Double
sniper.
sniper. Nasty. Oh, good cap.
So he was able to get the corner munitions point back. Munitions is important because it will give him this manpower blitz. That's why he has this. I really love this observation post. Gives a massive bonus to the munitions, 16 to 26, and so that's part of what's fueling this the multiple use of manpower blitz. Plus you have other things too, like you have blitzkrieg. You know, all your tanks move faster. Everything sprints. I think it gives like a crushing bonus as well to tanks. Also, there's a grenade volley ability, I'm pretty sure. Like the infiltration grenades in CoH1, you get that unlocked. One of these abilities somewhere, I think. Or maybe it's just the Stormtrooper squad that gets them.
Yeah. So how are we looking in terms of income for Gravemouth? How's he going? So, yeah, right. 200 munitions float, so enough for the War Machine again. Decent, really big fuel float as well, so won't be wanting for anything fuel-wise for the rest of this game.
Yeah, that's just the nature of call-ins. You know, both the Pershing and the Calliope don't cost fuel. He has the Pershing on the field. He also has Allied War Machine, so he's in a fantastic spot until we see a Panther come out of HulkSmash. Oh, sorry, a Tiger, I mean. But even another Panther is actually going another Panther, and so you know that's fine. It's a lot cheaper for the manpower. I think the main difference is the anti-infantry isn't as there, but it's not quite what he needs the most right now.
No, it's pressure under these M10s, so... Problem is he's going to have to kill them about 3 times. He's going to have to kill them once for the Allied War Machine, and then kill them again for all the fuel replacement that Gravemouth has, so... So it'll take like 3 successful engagements against the tanks of Gravemouth.
Okay, so there is another pack that was built. The Pershing is looking for something. Oh, this M10 could go down here if the pack gets another shot off. Oh, it bounced.
Oh, it bounced. The Panther still within range, or?
We'll find out. Yeah, it was. He stopped the M10, so that was a bit of a misplay. He didn't retreat it instantly, and...
That magenta.
Oh, wow. The Pershing gets 2 of those Knights Cross as he was about to hunt down that sniper. And he's actually used the on-map repair. What's that one called? The field repair. So that's taken away his Allied War Machine, but it's necessary because otherwise he could have collapsed upon that damaged Pershing. Lost its engine.
Pack gets wiped again.
This is the problem with playing with limited map controllers. You're naturally more clumped up and more vulnerable to the Calliope.
They're down to 136 VPs as well. HulkSmash has got to make something happen with this double Panther. Kind of bad timing too, because the second Panther's out, but the first Panther wasn't repaired, so can't go for any baller plays.
Yeah, it's got about 2/3 health. His bunker's also repairing the half track. You can't control what they repair.
This left side VP is also taken by Gravemouth, which is really weird. Like that needs to be recapped. Just a squad needs to be sent over there.
Okay, the Panthers are going in. He stole one of those LMGs, so the infantry battle is going to be harder. Damage engine because he got a rear armor shot. So that one could be hunted down. The Panther must have... Oh, no. Sorry, there's the M10 I heard. The M10 lost his engine. And that one's destroyed. The pack's been decrewed. The M10's still repairing, but it's just about to go back to its max health.
Yeah, Pershing is going to be ready to go. Calliope has been found and it's going to take a shot, and the Pershing takes a shot of its own. It has now been revealed, but it's up against double Panther, and I don't see another M10 on the field.
The riflemen are moving up. Hopefully,
take this.
He is capping the VPs behind this. The mid one and the right one's about to be captured. He's actually... Oh, was he barraging there? Must have been the Volks, but they moved out of the radius. Whoa! He mobilized both of them. Stickies over the wall. Oh my god.
It's nasty. Now the Pershing can trade. Maybe even get the trade onto one without being in range of the second Panther.
The HMG is looking to suppress, but the snipers will gun them down pretty quickly.
Both are going to be taking shots, and the double up on Stickies is going to take out one of these Panthers. Gets demolished.
So the riflemen had extra sticky range because they were vetted. The pack's going to be firing as well, but the pack can just get decrewed so quickly.
Pershing should take another couple of rounds, but I'm pretty sure this Panther's going to go down.
Yeah,
another sticky.
Just continuously throwing stickies. He has so much map control. Gets a lot of munitions to keep doing this.
Immobilized again.
Okay, decent Nebelver for barrage, but I don't think he's going to save this Panther.
No, probably not. I mean, not unless these riflemen are actually forced off, and it doesn't look like there's anything to force the riflemen off. This could be... I'm pretty sure this is maybe 1 or 2 stickies in the Panther. I'm not sure. Hero Volt's going to try and save this one before the sticky comes off cooldown.
Well, he's actually out of munitions. I think it's 35 munitions for the sticky, but he's not far off of it.
He's on 30 plus 37 munitions income as well. So going to have it a little bit more, and probably going to throw another sticky over the wall.
Oh my god, he doesn't go for the Vet 2 rifleman.
Ah!
That would have been such a sick wipe. The Pershing's getting pretty low. The Tiger's on the field.
Firing at the Pershing.
Taking damage from the Shreks as well. The Calliope minimum range barraging. Down goes the Panther. The Pershing backs away. All 3 VPs now back in the hands of the Axis. Tiger's looking for blood. Does he have munitions there for the Blitzkrieg? He does, actually.
Yeah,
he can go after this one.
But the Tiger doesn't even need it. That's how the main gun destroying critical actually onto the Pershing. I'm not sure why this Tiger doesn't keep chasing, but probably thinking that the Grens can finish it off with the Shrek, and they should be able to. Tiger is getting another shot here.
This Panther has nowhere to run. He is bouncing, but what's coming to his support? He's got a couple of riflemen. He doesn't have an M10. He's looking for another Pershing.
Out of control. It's gone. Another shot goes on to the Calliope as well. That looks like the Tiger wants to back away. Okay, it's going to be a sticky, but at this point, Gravemouth doesn't have enough to chain these stickies anymore. It can't just be riflemen taking out this Tiger. There needs to be something else.
So we're really seeing the power once again of Manpower Blitz, because he built a Panther, and then not long afterwards, he had the munitions banked up, popped the Manpower Blitz, 900 manpower. How much does a Tiger cost? 800. So he was able to afford both a Panther and a Tiger in a quick succession, really making use of this munitions cache. This is the MVP.
HulkSmash has now taken the victory point lead, 73 down now. And HulkSmash left it pretty late, but it looks like it's going to be enough.
Yeah, he needs to repair this Tiger though, but right now also the concern is the VPs, because the riflemen are on the field and they're all vetted up, so these are really powerful. Especially if he has the munitions to burn with the suppression, but it doesn't look like he does.
Okay, victory points are going to get decapped. 50 points left for our allies. A close game.
The half-track's still on the field. That can help him with reinforcement.
Yeah, the reinforcement is going to be nice, especially, you know, one of these rifleman squads gets forced off. Nice nade dodge.
Uh-oh. Okay, the Pershing's been rebuilt.
Right, and the Tiger still has a damaged engine.
He could just get flanked here. The Tiger can normally win this fight, but there are double engineers there for repairs. He may waste his shots.
Maybe he just goes for the Pershing here and tries to trade that one out. I don't think the Tiger can take this, and the Calliope's just going to back away.
Yeah, it's Vet 3, so it's a bit faster as well.
Okay. Tiger should maybe get into the corner of the map and just buy as much time as possible, make the Pershing run further and further away from the victory points, because that's what actually matters here. Is the VPs are going to get recaptured. The Knights Cross is going for the back left one, and I'm not sure that there are enough riflemen on the field to actually take the VPs back again, especially with that forward reinforcement.
Double Knights crossing the field, so there's a lot of powerful squads. Down goes the Pioneers. That's really important. They were one of the few repairing squads.
Yeah, they're kind of one of the sneaky capping ones. They were doing the bottom right munitions point, but didn't have enough time to get over to the VP.
The Pershing will win this, if not just for the repairs.
Yeah, I like this. Look at this Tiger backing away. Knows it can't win this. Can't win the fight, but he's buying a lot of time. He's forcing the Pershing further and further away from the central VP. And at the same time, VPs are ticking in HulkSmash's favor. Down to 45 now. It's Gravemouth. There's the neutralize.
Okay, Neville got the suppression, but that's about it.
So Tiger's still going to be trading this one out. And it's run as far as it can possibly run.
He has to be careful here. Bad RNG could see the Pershing go down. But again, the repairs are going to make the difference here.
Yeah, yeah. It's going to give it at least an extra shot during the course of this engagement. Probably 2 extra shots. So if the Tiger lives...
Wow, nice barrage. Oh, the pack runs through it as well. Meanwhile, back to the Tiger and the Pershing.
Bounce.
Oh! Deadly shell. See, I love the tank battle so much more in CoH1 is because they just go for so much longer. The lethality for tanks is a lot less, so there's a lot more time to reposition, to respond, to move in supporting units.
Pretty sure the Tiger's one.
Is retargeted, I think the engineers? Nope, still goes for the Pershing.
Oh.
One-shot death for either of these tanks at this point. No available call-ins.
Oh, it does go for the engineers. Still targeting the engineers, I think. Look at where the gun barrel's placed.
Yeah, you got to wipe on the engineers. Now maybe the Pershing will fall. No, it bounced!
Oh! Main gun destroy critical on the Glide, and here goes the sticky.
Yeah, he's going to lose to the
Which is going to
sticky.
finish off. Will the Tiger get the last shot off in time?
Yeah, he does!
Trading 1 for 1. The sticky finds success. There's the main gun destroyed, but the Allies are down to 25 points. That trade just took too long. Fantastic play from HulkSmash.
He's actually hunting the sniper with the half-track. Yeah, triple cap now. This should be the GG for the Axis.
Yeah, there's nothing they can do. I mean, they even had to pull a squad of riflemen over to try and turn the trade, and it was necessary as it turns out. Insane.
So the Tiger is definitely better in that engagement. As far as I understand it, though, the Pershing has better anti-infantry, like more AoE damage, but... Yeah, I'm surprised the Pershing lost, but it wouldn't have mattered, honestly, because he had the triple cap on, and that was his plan, like you said, so really good play. It was a fantastic game. I'm very surprised that he came back from the double Panther throw, but you got to remember, he threw, what, 5 stickies? That's 175 munitions. Those are expensive. Munitions is a lot more important in CoH1, and that's what's really one of the things I love about it is all those abilities are more of a deliberate decision because you have to be more mindful of the opportunity cost of these abilities because there's just so many things to spend munitions on, and all of them are good.
What a game.
Yeah,
CoH1 is cool. CoH1 is hella hype. Big fan. Yeah, so thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed this little throwback to CoH1. Something the machine played a lot, but I wasn't super into, so something I've only got into after playing CoH2.
I think those guys are dead.
You reckon? There appears to be a lot of flame going on.
Well, anyway, thanks for watching. We won't be casting CoH1 all the time, but we may do another game now, and we'll do more at some point anyway. So subscribe for more Company of Heroes 1 if you haven't done so already. Otherwise, we do a whole bunch of other RTS on the channel.
Thank you.